welcome to another episode of 5 Minutes with Freed. I'm your host, Michael Freed. I'm a litigation partner in the matrimonial and family law firm of Berkman, Botker, Newman, and Shine, with offices in New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And today, my special guest is Jackie Cara of Cara Law. So, Jackie, welcome to 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thanks, Michael. It's good to be here.
So, Jackie, tell us, what is Cara Law and what's your role in the company?
Okay, so I'm the founder of Cara Law. I founded the firm when my children were young, so about 25 years ago now, because they're big. And Cara Law is now a full service estate planning firm, meaning we do everything from special needs planning to Medicaid planning, asset protection, and everything in the middle, wills, trusts, powers of attorney, healthcare proxies. We do guardianship proceedings. We handle probates and trust administration. Anything that sort of fits into that description of your assets and where they're going after you pass away. That's what we handle.
Okay, well, Jackie, you know that I'm a matrimonial and family law attorney.
I do.
When would my clients most often require your services?
So there's a really a great fit between matrimonial attorneys and estate planning attorneys because there's a bunch of stages of life that people are coming to you where they could also need my services and vice versa. So, say a young couple comes to you for a prenuptial agreement. That's a great time to ask them whether they've done any estate planning. Is it time to create a trust that marries the prenuptial agreement with how they're going to handle their assets if one of them passes away? Because the both things are handled in the prenuptial agreement and should be reflected in their estate plan.
Right.
The other time that I get a lot of referrals from matrimonial attorneys are when people are going through divorce. The last thing you want to think about when you're going through divorce is who's going to make your medical decisions if something happens. But nobody wants the soon to be ex to be doing that.
Right.
So it's a great time to think at least about updating your healthcare proxy and power of attorney. Sometimes we can do something with an updated will, even though we can't start moving assets around because you're still negotiating how those will be divided. But making sure what you can control is controlled and you're the decision maker rather than leaving that up to somebody else.
Perfect. Totally makes sense. Jackie, what are the challenges that you face in your area of work?
Yeah, it's a very emotional. It's probably very similar to your area of work, right? When people come in and they're young and they're having children, they're excited. It's exciting. It's not so emotional that, they want to be making the decisions. And similarly, when people are in their 40s or 50s and they're like, oh, we've accumulated a little wealth. What can we do to protect it, make sure our kids don't have a problem if we pass away? People are still okay then. But when you get into the special needs side of things and you get into the elder law Medicaid planning side of things, and especially when you get involved in guardianships and probates, emotions can run high and people can make decisions not from a place of logic but from coming really from the heart and from feelings.
Yeah, definitely. So, Jackie, what's the best way for a prospective client or other professional like myself to contact you?
I have a website. It's www.jackiecaralaw.com, just like my name. You can call me at 516-217-9200 or email me at jackie@jackiecaralaw.com.
Perfect. So now, Jackie Cara, we've now come to the most important part of the show,
Yes.
and that happens to be the question of the week. So, Jackie Cara, this is your question of the week. You have the ability to travel anywhere in the world for a week, and money is no object. Where would you travel and why?
So I have a trip in mind
Okay.
that I've been had in mind for a very long time. I would like to climb Kilimanjaro,
Ooh,
and I found a guide that does Kilimanjaro climbs, and they also then take you to recover from the climb to a safari park,
wow.
and you stay within the park. And this trip has been on my bucket list for quite a long time. So if money were no object and time were no object, that would be the next trip I would take.
Wow. I have to tell you, that is an amazing answer. And Jackie Cara, you have said it all. You are helping people with their estate planning needs one day at a time. And I want to thank you for being a wonderful guest on 5 Minutes with Freed.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me.